Good morning. This is Diane, registered dietitian here at the SWO Diabetes Center. And today we're going to think a little more towards spring and summer. I'm going to do a fresh vegetable salad with tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, celery, onions, and a nice fresh dressing, homemade dressing. It's real light. And then we're also going to learn how to cut a pineapple today. So that'll be something else that'll be new for us. So to start out with, I have most of my vegetables ready to go here. So I diced up some Roma tomatoes. So why do you choose the Roma instead of the other tomatoes? Well, one reason why is they're a little firmer and they don't get quite as juicy when you're using them in salads or salsa. And so when you're picking a Roma, make sure it's nice and firm. You want a nice even color. So this one is not too overly ripe, but not underripe either. So this one is just right. So this would be one that I would pick. Next thing is cucumbers. And sometimes I have people ask me, do I need to peel the cucumbers? So my best advice is if you're buying them in a store and it's not like an organic store, you probably want to peel your cucumbers because our cucumbers, the skin is like our skin. It has pores in it. And so it actually absorbs everything from the outside into the vegetable. And some of the stores, what they will do to keep them a little more fresh and looking fresh is they'll wax these. They'll put wax on them. And so when you go and pick your cucumber, you might notice it has kind of a waxy feeling, but they're trying to make it look more appealing because it's shiny. It looks like it's fresh. And so again, you're going to have to go and look at those vegetables and feel them, see if that cucumber is nice and firm and you don't feel any soft spots. So if you're buying it in the store and it's not organic, I would peel my cucumber. However, if you're buying an organic one, that means it doesn't have any pesticides, it's not GMO. And so then you can go ahead and use the peelings. The peelings are really very nutritious and they have a lot of nutrients and fiber in them. So it is a plus if we can leave that peeling on. However, today I did peel these because I bought them at the store. So far we have our tomatoes and our cucumbers together. I also have some red onion that I just diced up. Put that in there. Sweet peppers, and so I have bell peppers here. We have red, green, and orange. And you can pick whatever colors you'd like to, but I'm trying to just make our salad a little more colorful. It did not call for this, but we have some extra celery here and we need to get it used up. So I chopped up some celery to go in, and you can do the same at home if you have extra other vegetables. This would be good with maybe even some shredded carrots in here. And then the last thing is some chopped cilantro. And remember last week we talked about the cilantro. When you buy the cilantro, you just use the leaves from the plant and chop them up finely. They have an oil that is released once you start chopping. So now we have all our vegetables together. And then the dressing, we want to use some apple cider vinegar. And so I really like this vinegar for making dressings. It has a little sweet sour taste because of the apple juice that's in it. So we've got a 1/4 cup of that, got a 1/4 cup of your olive oil, and this is heart healthy. And then we have a little bit of sugar in here and some water. So we're going to put that all together over this salad. You can salt and pepper to taste. I usually don't add a lot of salt and pepper, but that's up to you for your family's preference. So if your family likes pepper, go ahead and put some in there. I always just kind of leave it out for my family and figure they can add their own if they'd like to have it. So that's what the salad looks like. So we've got that completed now. If this can sit and marinate for about an hour, it's probably going to, all those flavors are going to mix together. It's going to be really flavorful, fresh salad. So the next thing we're going to do is learn how to cut up a pineapple. So we'll bring that over here. So after the live stream, the recipe for the salad and the instructions for cutting up a pineapple will be online for you to look at. It's very simple. Some people are a little bit scared about buying a fresh pineapple because they're not sure what they should do. First of all, when we're shopping for a pineapple, what do we look for? How do we know if it's ripe? Typically, these are a little spendier this time of year. They are on sale right now at Dakota Crossing. So if you happen to be in town this week, this might be a special treat for your family. So if I want to look for a ripe one, what I do is I'll go to the top of the pineapple and see if a leaf comes out really easily. If it plucks out pretty easily, it means it's ripe. Another way to tell is you can just feel around the pineapple, and if it has a little bit of softness to it, it means it's probably ripe. And then, of course, the last thing is just to smell it. And if you can smell that sweet fruit, that tells you it's ripe also. So the first thing that we're going to do with this pineapple is just to take the top off of it. So it just looks like that. Then you just sit it upright. And we're just going to gently peel off the outside here. It's almost like a shell that comes off. Go all the way around like that. So this is something kind of fun if you have children or grandchildren around and they've never had fresh pineapple. This is a fun project to do together, learning about pineapples. And so then we've got a little bit on the bottom we need to take off. So in the center of this pineapple is a core. You can't really see it too well probably there on the live stream, but it's between the size of a dime and a quarter. So it's very hard in the center, so we usually don't eat that. So when you're seeing the rings of pineapple in the store, what they've done is take that core out. So that's how you get the ring. For us today, now I'm just going to go around and take off some of these little brown spots here. And I'm just serving a little fresh fruit salad to go along with our lunch. So I just went ahead and cut around the core. I can see the core here, so I'm just going to go straight down around that core. Take it off. So this is what's left of the core in the middle, and we're just going to throw that away. And then you can just take and chop these into little pieces to go in your fruit salad. So it's pretty simple to just cut this up and use it. And you actually get more out of it than you think you do. So if I was going to can this up, it's probably going to be about 3 cans of pineapple, maybe 4 even. So when you're buying a can of pineapple, you're not getting too much, you know, compared to like a fresh one. So if you think of it that way, it may not be as expensive as you thought it was to get a fresh pineapple. You can cut up your pineapple in many different ways. Some people like to do the rings. Other people will do strips. If you want to grill, you can do just bigger chunks and then put them on a stick to grill them to make kebabs, like a skewer stick. But today I'm just making some little smaller chunks for our fruit salad. Okay, and so I already pre-cut up one and I added some grapes to it, and this is going to be our fruit salad for today to go along with our meal. So our main thing that we're having today on the plate to go along with our fresh salads is a hoagie bun. So I had these at Dakota Crossing. These are whole wheat or whole grain. So again, we've got those extra B vitamins in there and fiber. And so it helps our digestion to have these. Plus it helps us be able to deal with stress by having those B vitamins in our body. So a serving for a diabetic would be a half of one of these buns for one carb choice. So if you decided to have a whole hoagie, that would be 2 carb choices. And most people can have 3 or 4 per meal anyway. So this is a good choice, and it doesn't raise your blood sugars quickly because of the fiber and the whole grain. So I did cut one of the hoagies in half, and inside of that hoagie then, I picked up some roast beef. So you want to look for the roast beef that doesn't have a whole lot of salt or caramel coloring in it. This one has a little bit, but not so much as some of the other ones. So look at the labels. So I'm adding 2 slices of the roast beef inside the hoagie. And we have some provolone cheese. So remember, when you're looking for more nutritious cheese, the white cheeses generally have less fat than the orange cheeses. So I'll add 1 or 2 slices of the provolone cheese. And then just to add some a little bit of color and crunch and a little more nutrition to that sandwich, we've got a couple of spinach leaves on there, and I'm topping it off with a little honey mustard. So to make your honey mustard, you're going to just mix half and half honey, half mustard together, and mix it up, and then spread that just lightly on the top of the hoagie bun. Okay, so I've got the bun and the fruit salad here, and all I need to dish up on this plate is our vegetable salad. So this vegetable salad is very low carbohydrate and low calorie. So you can eat a lot of this, and it's not going to affect blood sugar at all. So right here we have 2 carbohydrate choices. We've got a little over half a cup of fruit, and then we've got half of a hoagie bun. And the vegetables are all non-carbs, so don't have to worry about those much. But this is our spring summer meal for today. Think warmer weather. And we'll see you next time.